Hey guys, long time no see. I bet you're wondering what's been going on at the farm, and to be quite honest, not a whole lot. Oh my gosh, are you for real? Are you for real, for real? Holy crap! So I'm also scared to death because guess what happened? So one thing that's been happening is I'm almost done getting the daffodils into the ground, thank goodness. Today is February 4th, and yes, I'm still planting daffodils. It has taken me a long time. I've had so much going on, but the daffodils are almost done. I think I've got 200 more to go to get in, and I've posted for photographers to come and take pictures in daffodil fields. I've only had one sign up, which is kind of scaring me, but it's only been up for a few days. And I've also planted daffodils in another place that I think is going to be really enchanting and cool if it works out right. So the other place I planted daffodils is this small meadow area right here. So you can see my customers are actually going to walk from this way around the electric fence to get to daffodil field out here. And this little area that's surrounded by trees has daffodils planted all in it. And then my husband made this path for the kids, and there's going to be daffodils all along both sides of the path. I really think if the daffodils bloom, I know it's mostly shaded, but I'm pretty sure I can still get them to bloom, that it gets just enough sun that the daffodils will look gorgeous in this area. So I'm pretty excited about that. A lot of you have asked about my Dave Austin roses and how they're doing. And, well, I think it's best just to show you how they're doing. Yeah, you can't even see them hardly. The deer, I planted them outside my fence thinking that because they were so thorny, the deer surely wouldn't bother them too much. Oh no, they have pretty much eaten them down to the ground. So on the bright side, they should have a really good root system established. But I planted eucalyptus beside them, hoping that maybe the fragrance would help cover up the rose and they wouldn't bother it. However, you remember the Arctic blast we had and how I was so excited the eucalyptus survived? Oh my God! Look at it! Look at it! The eucalyptus is alive! Hello, Gus. It didn't survive. I guess it just hadn't fully died that day, but sure enough, they've all shriveled and died now. So I did lose my eucalyptus once again. But that's okay. I will just replant it. I've got a few seeds left. I'll replant it, and maybe next year I'll have eucalyptus. I guess it just needs a stronger root system to survive below 0 temps that we normally don't ever get here in Zone 8B. So I've also been planting tulips. So let's go take a look at the tulip bed and see if they're popping up yet. So the tulips that I planted at the beginning of January, I think it was the first week of January, are finally popping up through the soil. This year I'm doing no-till, and I'm doing a video on the whole process from beginning to bloom, so I'm in the works of that. But this bed was planted the first week in January, and then right in front of you, it kind of looks empty, but near the front of that bed is another bed of tulips I planted last weekend. I'm actually out here today because I'm about to plant another set of tulips out here. I'm going to do 2 more succession plantings. I'm going to do a majority of one today, and then I'll probably plant some more mid-February and then another set at the very end of February. I want to see how long, or how far out rather, I can plant these tulips and have them come up and be big, beautiful, and strong without being short. I keep the tulips in my fridge all winter long so they get their chill time that they need. And when I plant them out, I risk us warming up too soon for them. So I'm hoping that they'll have enough time to enjoy the cool weather in March and not end up being short from it heating up too fast. Right now, our weather has been in the 30s. We've had a full week of rain. We're about to get another full week of rain next week. So I'm not watering them in, and I'm pretty excited to see them. But I'm also scared to death because guess what happened? So yesterday, my husband sent me a picture because he was home, and he said, looks like the deer can still get into your deer-free area. Yeah, check this out. I was like, oh my God, get that deer out of my area. Turns out I forgot to turn on the electric fence. So maybe, just maybe, they can't get in here as long as the fence is on. But I am terrified. I'm really tempted to put bird netting over those tulips because I do not want to lose my tulips to deer this year. Do you hear me? I am so scared I will. So now that they're popping up, I'll probably put some hoops and bird netting over them. That's just an extra precaution. Because right now the deer are desperate. There's nothing to eat for them during winter except for what I'm growing. Now, let's talk about the stuff that I lost during the Arctic blast. I know a lot of you said, hey, it'll come back, don't worry. So let's see what has come back and what hasn't. So this whole section right here was foxglove and Dusty Miller. The Dusty Miller has, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 of the plants coming back right now. The rest of them look like they are completely dead. And then foxglove, I've got 5. 5 have said I'm going to survive and have come back. So yeah, maybe the rest will start popping up, but right now I just really need to get out here and pull weeds. It doesn't look like I've got many coming back, but maybe once it warms up some more they'll come back. I don't know. At this point, with them not coming back, and we've been pretty warm, we've been in the 60s and 50s, it kind of scares me. But I'm relieved I've got some and not a complete total loss. Whereas so my pincushion flower is completely dead, but my feverfew is coming back. I'm very happy about that. The feverfew is coming back. The Sweet William is coming back. Slowly but surely it is coming up, which is nice. That's a bit of a relief. The Bells of Ireland even looks like it may come back. I can't tell if that's feverfew or Bells of Ireland, but the feverfew is definitely coming back. My Canterbury bells, they're toast. The status is completely toast. Straw flower, we knew it was a tender, cool flower. It's toast. The anemones that I planted, they're toast. They're all toast, but I do have something happening right here. Are you for real, for real? Holy crap! Ah! Guys! Oh my gosh! That is a genuine reaction right now. Oh my god. So, I'm not gonna cry. I completely thought I lost the 1,000 anemones that I planted. I thought they were all gone. And they're blooming. Not blooming, they're growing, they're growing. It's taken them so long to come up. I just knew that they had turned to mush and died because of the sub-zero temps. And they're coming up. I am so happy right now. Holy moly. Did not see that coming. I've got anemones. Flower forming is not for the weak of heart, that is for sure. I had counted that as a complete loss and was just Today is a beautiful day because I've got anemones. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Let's take a closer look. Now that I've pulled myself together, I want to talk about these ranunculus. So this is the first year I'm planting ranunculus into the landscape fabric, and so far they're happy. The issue that I'm concerned with, and that some of you have voiced, is the landscape fabric. Is it going to be too warm by the time that these get ready to bloom in April? I don't know. We will see, but I'm excited to see these coming up. These were the only thing besides Garo that I knew survived the Arctic blast, and oh my God, to have the anemones coming up finally, it's just unreal. But I've kept these under cover. They've been underneath the frost cloth the entire time, and they were green when the Arctic blast came through, and they stayed covered, and they didn't die. They stayed alive, which is amazing. So ranunculus with a flimsy frost cloth can survive to below 0 temps. They're a lot stronger than we give them credit for. And anemones are coming up, and I'm just so beside myself with that. Another thing I want to point out is you're going to notice the spots in shade. During the summer, this is full sun. During the winter and spring, this tends to get about maybe 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours of sunlight, which means I'm hoping that it will stay cooler right here with the shade, and maybe also encourage longer stems. This is the, I believe it's the Elegance mix by Jake with Wholesale for the Small Scale Grower, who said this is like a new breed of ranunculus that's supposed to have super long stems. So we're going to see how that turns out. Guys, I know I had an overreaction with the anemones, but if you knew what this year has been like, oh my gosh. It's been a rough January. I had a friend ask me, how's your New Year's going? She lives out of state. Caitlin, if you're watching. She's like, how's your New Year's going? How's 2023? I was like, it is full of poo, literally and figuratively. Maybe I'll do a live and go into the details of that if y'all want to know. It's personal, it's not flower farm related, so I didn't think you'd probably want to know. But this and the anemones are just such a sign of hope. They just, I've been struggling. I don't know if I've had severe burnout, but I've been struggling to want to get back to work on this farm because I've been having to spend my time everywhere else. So to be able to have this little blessing of green, to know that my anemones are coming back, is just a blessing from God. Oh, I'm so thankful. Woo! I can't believe it! Happy Valentine's Day to me. Few additional notes. The dahlias are still planted in their original spot. I haven't moved them. I still need to plant bachelor buttons and everything else. I'm so behind on everything. But I've decided this year may be the year where I just really cut back on the farm, and maybe next year I can have the power to go forward. I'm still torn in doing summer flowers. I know a lot of you said, hey, you know, just do spring and don't worry about summer. But at this point, I'm kind of thinking of maybe still doing spring and summer, or taking a break in May when there's not as many flowers blooming, and having May and July off. Use those 2 months to plant, and then resume August through October, having that 2-month break maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know if I'll have lilies this year. I didn't dig up the ones I put underneath the landscape fabric, and I didn't order new ones. So I don't know if I'll have lilies to hand out this year. I definitely ordered way too many and grew too many last year to keep up with demand. We'll see. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this crazy emotional flower journey. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.